In this tutorial, I'm just going to demonstrate how to create your own custom parts list. Fusion does have the capability to automatically generate parts lists. We're going to do it manually for a number of reasons, and I'm going to demonstrate the first one by generating automatically a parts list. So I'll just place it down in this bottom corner, which is the appropriate location for it, but mainly just so we can have a look at it. So here's an automatically generated parts list, and you can see that it's got an item number, it's got a quantity, a part number, which is actually the name of the part, and the material. Now the material is obviously incorrect, but we can change that. In relation to the names of the parts, where it starts to break down is, for example, from a woodworking perspective, I only need one part for one leg, but there's 4 of them. I don't really require an item number, but what I do require is a length, a width, and a thickness, which it does not give us here. That's an AS 1100 standard for a woodworking project. So that's why I like to do it manually. The other reason why I like to do it manually is it gives us an opportunity to double check our dimensions from our design. Back up to tables. We'll go custom table, and we'll just bring it in down here for now. Now in terms of table direction, I'm going to change that to down. So basically it just puts the title at the top. And then I can start editing it, and it's fairly simple to do so. So if I want to add anything into a particular box, I've just got to click on it and then double click again. Press the caps lock button, it's just going to make it a lot easier. Now I can start adding information into each little box. Now I do need to add some columns and some rows, and again that can be done fairly easily. I can start off with item just by hovering over and double clicking on the cell. Then the next one is going to be number of. Then I need length, width, and thickness, and that can be LWT. Then I need material, and then I need some notes. So you can see I'm going to need to add some columns here. Now the other thing I'll just quickly show you, we can also change the width of each column, and we'll want to do that for efficiency's sake. So if I want to add a column, you can see the tools here for doing that. So insert columns to right, insert columns to left, delete a selected column. Same with rows, we're going to need to add those. I'm going to work on quickly now and complete this. So working on from what's been demonstrated, you should be able to generate this parts list. However, some of the dimensions might have been a little bit difficult. So to get the dimensions, we can go back into our Fusion tutorial and actually get them directly off the model itself. So for example, a very easy one is what's the length of the leg? Now this can be simply got by hovering over an outside edge and selecting it. And you can actually see the dimension appearing down here. The other way we can get relevant dimensions is by using the inspect tool, which is up here. And if I open it up, you can actually see there's a lot of different things that you can inspect. But ours is just the measure function, which is the keyboard shortcut is the letter I. So if I just type I can select, might just change my view a little bit. And I can select that edge, that end or that point to that point. And you can see it gives me 300 millimeters. It gives it to me there. It gives it to me there as well. So that's another way of doing it. The front rail is a good example. So let's see if we can find the length to the front rail. So I'll just press escape and I'll just make a lot disappear just so I can see the front rail. And I'll come to the front view. So how long is the front rail? I for inspect, and if I just select that edge there, to that edge there, and I get 490 millimeters. The other place you can get information from is from the sketches, particularly for the front and back rail, which are the more complicated components. And then from that, you should then be able to get the dimensions as you can see here, and then complete the parts list.